everyone, it's Matt from Cruises, Rooms, and Reviews. We're here finally on Icon of the Seas, Royal Caribbean's newest and largest ship, and we are staying in an ocean view balcony stateroom. And this one comes with a large balcony. It is a extra size balcony, extra large size balcony compared to the standard balcony room. So we are going to take a look at that. We're going to give you the ins and outs of this rooms, and of course let you know, would we stay in this room again? Let's check it out. Okay, this is room 12340, which means we're on the 12th deck. To show you where we are, that is the hallway coming down to the room. We are very far down from the main elevators to the aft. And you can see there's the aft of the ship right there, the rooms that go out the back. So we are about as far back almost as you can get. If you have walking issues or want to be closer to the elevators, you may want to look for a different room. As you come in this room, you do have your bathroom on the right here, and over to your left, you just have some hooks for hanging in your towels, bathrobes. And then you have your muster information. Your assembly station is G2, which is the ice rink down below absolute zero, right at the bottom of the ship. You also have your HVAC controls here. Just to show you them really quickly, they are digital, so you have different settings: morning, evening, movie mode for watching TV, I guess, or sleep. One big pro tip for these rooms that we learned the hard way: if you put it on sleep, it doesn't turn up the air conditioning, it turns down the air conditioning, so it actually gets warmer in your room. So I guess if you like a warm room when you sleep, that's great, but for us that like a cold room, that didn't work so well, so we just kind of keep it set on morning and then adjust the lights manually. And then down here you have various light switches for the room. Now take a look at the whole room itself. We have 3 people in this room. I believe that's the max you can put in this room. So of course we've got the bed over there. We have the couch here. These pillows come off the couch and they actually get put over here, and you can see the bedding is down there on the floor. But Ryan, our son, sleeps on this. This is not a pull out. You can't put more than 3 people in this room. We haven't really used the couch all that much because usually we just leave Ryan's bedding on there, but I figured I would make it up for you. It's comfortable. It's got a nice size to it, and it's a full width sofa so someone can sleep on it. Got some nice artwork there. I will say I really do like the decor of these rooms, the colors, the contrast. I thought they did a really good job. You look at some of the older ships and you get a really drab color scheme. I think they did a really good job with the neutral colors in here. Let's move over to the vanity. First, you do have this table here. It is meant to be against the side of the wall, but could be brought out if you wanted a desk or something to sit, put some food on while you sat at the couch. Then you have your desk vanity area. Nice chair. You do have a pull-out drawer. We actually use it for storage. Storage is something I will get into in this review because storage is interesting in this room. You do have a decent sized vanity. I've seen larger on other ships, but it is decent size enough. Of course, you have the mirror. I'm actually going to turn that light out. Looks better on the screen without that. 3 drawers. These are decent size. Pretty deep, well, semi-deep, pretty wide. You have a slightly narrower drawer up here. Same thing here. And then down here is where your ship's cooler slash refrigerator is in here. You can see it's pretty small, just like every other one on every other ship. In fact, it might even be a little bit smaller. Again, it's a cooler, not a refrigerator. It will only keep things fairly cool. Top of the vanity, you do have the light. It is fixed here, so you can't move it. That is our fan that we bring for the room. Let's get into the outlets. So let's start over here. Some new things on the outlets. One, you have a US outlet here. There is only one US outlet in this spot. What's interesting is it is also a UK outlet, but it's 120 volt, not 220. UK, I believe, is usually 220, not 120. So that's kind of an interesting choice, but that is your US outlet. You have 2 USB type A's, which you've seen on most ships since Quantum, I believe, was the first one to put them on. You have a European 220 volt. Then you have another room switch and a switch for the light. And then over here, a nice welcome addition is 2 USB USB-C type plugs. If you want to take advantage of all the ports you have on Icon, make sure you bring some USB-C compatible cables. Here is the bed area. One thing I didn't mention, the configuration of this room, is the bed near the balcony, which is what I actually prefer. It gives you this nice space to be able to get ready in. It's fairly open, easy access to the bathroom. Side of the bed here, you have an end table with a middle shelf, top shelf, and that's where the ship phone is. And you do have a reading lamp. Pretty nice about this reading lamp, it can be adjusted to go either way here. Someone here could use it during the day if they liked, or the person could be using it in the evening. So you have a control for that. Another handy feature is a USB type A port right by the bed, so you can charge a device there. I do like the blue headboard behind the bed. Again, I do like the coloring scheme they went with. Other side of the bed, interestingly, there is no end table. You just have this shelf sticking out from up here. There's no table, no shelves underneath, so I've just kind of thrown my backpack back there. You do have a US 120 volt outlet there. Switch for the room, another light. It doesn't adjust like the other one does, and then a USB type A port. And there's a switch. That one is for the outside light on the balcony. Now, straight across from the bed, you do have the TV. It is the standard Samsung television. I'd say this is a little bit newer design, a little thinner than we've seen on other ships. I'd say it's a 55-inch TV, which is a great size. You do have this nice ambient lighting that goes around. I think they do a really good job with the lighting in these rooms. Storage. You get a nice set of small shelves here, so great for knickknacks, you know, things that you would have put in the shelves that you would have had next to mirrors on older ships. You also have two USB type A outlets. So we got a nice theme of USB ports being all over the place. Really good job with that, Royal. Now moving into the closet space, and I'm gonna really talk about the storage in this room now, because this is where it gets, I don't know. Royal just tried to go with some different design decisions with this class of ship. Some I think are okay, some I don't think work so well, but let's get into it. Here's the main closet. So it's probably about a 3/4 height closet. Most of your clothing can be hung here. And then over on this side, you have a full length closet. So if you have dresses like my wife has brought, they're there. There are some hooks and things inside of here where she has hung some bags. One thing that's missing here, you don't get a lot of space for shoes. We've had to actually put some of our shoes up on this top shelf. In fact, we've got some shoes sitting on the balcony because it's kind of a pain to get them in and out of here, or you have this little space where they kind of get dumped in there. So that was a weird design decision. No real good place for shoes. The other oddball decision was you could have had 4 really nice sized drawers here that open up, but for some reason instead they decided to put baskets inside of there. You know, you just have your clothing out on display, which is kind of odd. And you can hear that they squeal when they're coming in and out. A little bit of a bizarre design decision. I would prefer drawers there, but maybe somebody really likes this. All right, let's check out the bathroom before we head in there. Just to show you do also have a floor to ceiling mirror, which does look just like a mirror unto itself, but there is a little place to grab and you can open it up and you find you have some shelving. So we've thrown a bunch of different things in here. This is where you have your safe. It's a normal size ship safe, so not good for laptops, things like that, but you can put your keys, wallet, phones, things like that you want to keep safe. This is not deep storage. It's not a place where you will store your clothing. And I think that's something that's really missing from this room, is a set of shelves like this that are deep enough to store clothing. Let's head on in. The door is magnetic, which is nice. There's no latch. You just pull on it, and then when you close it, it just latches because it's magnetic. On the door, you do have a hook here for, you know, robes and towels or anything you want to put there. I think this new design of a bathroom, I actually think Royal did overall a really good job. But there is something we don't like about this bathroom I'll get into in a second. You do have the normal ship toilet. I would say normal. This is a new design. It's slightly different than you've seen on other ships. I'm not going to open up and show you the ins and outs. I'll just say it has the loudest, most powerful flush I've ever seen. I guess that's good, but you don't want to flush in the middle of the night and wake everyone up. Storage, again, some more shelving over here, which is really nice to have. If you look over here on the sink, there isn't that much space up here on the sink. I'm used to a wider sink area on most ships, but you don't get that here. They've had to make some compromises for the shower, which I'll show you in a bit. But you do get that shelving I just showed you and a number of shelves underneath. And this interesting drawer, it's on a corner, it's not a big deal, but you can pull that out. It's just got like an odd design. You got this piece here, and it's just kind of a weird drawer. More shelving up here. I especially like the fact that we have the higher up shelving, which I always point out is great if you have children in the room and you have medication you don't want them have a chance of getting into. Nice mirror. Hello, everyone. Here's the really good and not so good of the room. It is the new shower design. I actually really like the shower design in itself, except for a couple of things. So for one thing, it's super roomy. You know, if you're used to the tubes that you get in a lot of the older ships, this is going to be great. You know, it's really wide in here. You've got this space over here that has a seat. You have a nice shelf there. And you can kind of see what I'm talking about with the design issues just right now. I kind of want to show you this, but I've got this door in the way. The way the door hinges, it hinges into the shower. So when you're trying to turn on the shower, you have to reach around the door. If you have the shower head right here and you turn the shower on, your arm gets covered in water. So you have to take the shower and point it away first, and then you can turn it on and do what you need to do. But let me just get in the shower and close the door to see what it's like in here. So the door closes flat. On camera, it's hard to tell, but this is actually really roomy. You have a lot of space width-wise. Plenty of room to do whatever you need to do in the shower. Of course, you do have an adjustable shower head. It has multiple settings, and you do have your controls for your water pressure, and we'll get into that in a second, and your heat. Included is the Salt and Breeze double duty hair and body wash, and then you have a couple of shelves for things. And your towels actually get stored up here in the shower, in this space up here. They're far enough away, they don't get wet. You have a couple of hooks here. So all in all, I really like the design of this shower. You get a lot of space. You sacrifice a little space by the sink, but I think that's okay. That's a good compromise to get this extra space in the shower. What I do not like is the water pressure in the shower is not very good. It's fair at best, I would say. It's enough, you get a full stream of shower out of it. It's not like it's trickling, but there's really no good pressure behind it. So I don't know if that's normal for this ship for every room. If you've stayed on Icon already and you've stayed in other rooms, you've had plenty of water pressure, let us know in the comments below. I'd love to find out what your experience has been. But this shower in itself, I was not impressed with the water pressure, and that was a big downer for us during the week. We like good water pressure, which typically you get in most cruise ship rooms. Let's go check out the balcony. Nice view from the room to the ocean right outside. We are up at the 12th deck, so a lot of great views from up here. You do have a safety lock here. Your handle down here. Down is locked. Up is unlocked. It's a little bit of a hard struggle to pull that up, but not a big deal. But once you do that, it slides very easily across and smoothly. It's almost a brand new ship. It should. One thing, you have to keep the AC running in the room, you do have to make sure this is closed and locked. This is the extra large balcony here on Icon of the Seas. You do have the standard configuration of the two chairs. These do lean back, though they do not lean flat, or they're at least not supposed to lie flat, as it says right there. And you do have ottomans and a table to use out here. And what you're not getting any extra width in this room, but you are getting extra depth out here. You do have the nice clear glass pane out to the ocean, so a lot of great views. We're at sea, somewhere between Cozumel and Key West. Yeah, the ocean is just super blue today. You do have doors that open up to the adjoining balconies on either side, so you could certainly expand the space out. It's nice. I don't know if I could show you. You can see the line come in, and you can see how much depth, extra depth that we get So you do get some extra space. I'd say it's probably about a third larger, maybe a little bit more than a third larger. But again, it would not be a deal breaker to be in a regular balcony. I certainly didn't need the extra space. We would be just fine on a regular balcony. What are the pros and cons of staying in 12340 here on Icon of the Seas? Well, one thing, they've done a really great job with the decor of this room, the color scheme, everything there. Really good job, really enjoy the aesthetic of being in this room, especially again compared to older ships where the rooms can be quite bland. This room does have that oversized balcony. Now, how did we get into this oversized? But we were booked in a standard balcony room. We hadn't paid to get into a larger balcony, but we actually put in a royal up for this, and I think we bid the minimal. I forget what it cost us, probably like around $300 total. We actually won that, and they put us into this room. So we actually didn't choose this room, they put us in this room. We got that extra size balcony. Now, is it worth it in the end? We spend a lot of time in the balcony, so it was somewhat worth it to us, but I would not be disappointed with a regular size balcony at all, I'm sure. Comfortable bed, really nice design of the room, and I'm a big fan of the bathroom configuration. Now, the negatives for this room. One, this could be a negative for you. The location, we're really far back towards the aft. It's a bit of a hike down from the central elevator. If that is a concern for you, if you have mobility issues, this may not be the room for you to pick. The storage, it's a little bit odd how they've done it. The shelves, the limited space for shoes. We've got 3 people in here and we have packed this place. Used all the storage almost available except for a couple of the really small shelves. And usually we don't use up all the storage. And I think what they're missing is a really nice set of shelves for clothing that you'll see either in or outside of the closets in a lot of other ship designs. So those real big shelves that you can put clothing in and they go from the floor to the ceiling. I think it's really missing that space. And the last thing, the water pressure in the shower especially, just very low, doesn't really do a good job of helping you clean off. We like good strong water pressure. This room just does not have it. Again, please let us know if you've been in other Icon rooms, the water pressure has been fine, because we're not a big fan of it in this room, obviously. So let's get to that question. Would we stay in room 12340 again? I'm gonna go no. Again, I overall like the room, but that water pressure is a killer for me. Now, I don't know if that's just an Icon thing, but I kind of figure there's a lot of balcony rooms on this ship to try, and we're not gonna be on Icon all that much. So the next time we're on Icon, we will definitely try a different room, see if anything is different about that room, but also to see if we luck out and have a better water pressure situation. So that's it. We would not stay in 12340 again, but don't let that hold you back from booking this room. If the negatives we found are not negatives of the room, please go and book it. I'm sure you will enjoy and have a great cruise just like we have had. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. It does us a world of good. And also, please check out the Cruises, Rooms, and Reviews channel. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future cruising content. This is Matt with Cruises, Rooms, and Reviews. Happy cruising, everybody.